Hi everyone, after the last video of the gut shot deer, it's time for me to go back to school. I want to check absolutely everything that I can so that the next shot is as safe and as good as it possibly can be. I'm with James Adams-Foord and he's going to take me back to basics. If you are enjoying the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell and drop me any comments or questions that you have. So this is my back to school board, so I'm going to start off with a cold bore shot and just check zero, see what it's actually doing. Get the barrel cleaned, re-zero, and then practice, practice, practice. But first we're going to have a little sausage breakfast. Whee!
Can you see that?
Huh?
Is that it, sort of like 10, 11 o'clock? I mean, that's pretty much bang on, isn't it?
Is that in the bullseye? Is that what I'm looking at?
That one definitely is.
So,
I'll do another one.
So I've just put 8 rounds down the range and it's held zero really well, so we can put the episode up in Scotland just down to me. So I'm just going to keep practicing now. So I'm going to refer to my highly technical drawing now. This is what I think happened up in Scotland. So the fence line was here. Originally it went that way, then it came back, and I think the mistake that I made was that I thought that I was perpendicular to this fence line, but it had already quartered. We had a conversation about tucking it in slightly behind the leg, which I think was in my subconscious at the time. So I think I purposely tried to do that, and then it literally followed this line here. So lesson learned. I think if I was as I thought I was, it probably would have been okay, but I hadn't taken that into consideration.
we're just having a little look at Alex's posture here, and for my liking, he's too lent into those sticks. His bum's sticking out too much. If he had to stay there all day, he'd struggle. So first thing we're going to look at is increasing the height of those sticks so he can stand a little bit more comfortably.
So higher, and I'm not pulling now.
No.
I liked what you did then.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
But I've not been able to do that before.
Yeah. There's a big black post.
Yeah,
got
see
a
it.
chunky one.
Yeah.
Use the top of that post to steady your crosshairs. So feel now. You felt what it feels like at 100 yards on the deer's head. Treat that post like a deer's head, and hold your crosshairs right on the top of that post and see how you feel. And get yourself steadied on that. Yeah, so from my point of view, that looks like you're a lot more upright, straight in the back. You're going to stand there a lot longer without stressing yourself. How does that feel?
Like so much better, more relaxed. As you said, I could feel like I could stand here for a lot longer. The reticle has not left the deer's head at the moment.
So here we got a situation where Alex is, if he can't get those sticks up any higher because the terrain doesn't allow him to or what have you, a lot of people are going to do what Alex does to try and bend into the rifle and the scope by bending the knees and sticking your bum out to lower yourselves. But now, Alex, what I want you to do, because that's a stressful position to stay in for 20 minutes, half an hour. So now what I want you to do, Alex, is to stand more upright. You'll be above the scope now. Now to get lower, widen your stance. That's it. Widen your stance. Keep your back straight. Now, that to me looks like you could stand there a lot longer than you could when you had your bum sticking out.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
Really steady.
Good, yeah? So there's a little tip there. If you need to get lower, don't stick your bum out and bend your knees. Widen your stance. Keep that centre of gravity going straight down through your spine, straight out your bum hole, straight to the ground, and not firing shots backwards.
You said bum hole.
So what we want you to be able to do, Alex, is to really just release that gun, just steady it, just with the tips of your fingers, and let it just rest there naturally. So you've got no undue pressure into that gun. You're not pushing it forward, you're not pulling it back. It just rests there, just lovely.
Yeah, it's so much more comfortable. And I think what I was doing before is I was either gripping the gun or gripping the stock, and I was pulling it back into me. And from what we've said is that is creating even more tension. And I said to you, how do I get back onto the target? Because what I was doing was pulling it into me, firing, and then of course I was like that basically.
You release all that tension like a
Whereas
coiled up spring, don't you?
what I've been doing now is I'm just getting to the point where I'm just sort of holding it steady, bang.
So that's it, just keeping yourself belly on the ground, keeping yourself low profile, and go slowly, just slow those movements down. That's better. Much better. Keep your head down, keep the movement slow. Be mindful of your muzzles going into the ground. You're keeping it up high off the ground, that's good. So what we're looking for from Alex now is to apply what he learnt from the sticks lesson, which is that you need to be at rest with the rifle. No undue pressure on that rifle, no tension in your hands or fingers, just nice and steady. Imagine you had to be there for an hour. And he looks nice and comfy there, nice and steady, like he could hold that position for a long time.
This has been so valuable to me. I feel so much more confident and stable, and I'm ready to take the next shot, which hopefully comes in Scotland with Pete Gibbon. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you can take something away from this. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll see you soon for the next video.